This Office Mix is going to talk about what is new in the Dynamics AX user experience. For all of those people that are on CTP 7, it will show you what you will get when you upgrade to CTP 8, and ultimately what you will get when you upgrade to the February release of Dynamics AX. I want to start talking about the commanding experience. Before I do that, I want to introduce a couple concepts. We place commands in two locations in Dynamics AX. We have the action pane, which is at the top of the forms, and it is just below the navigation bar. The action pane is very similar to the Office ribbon, and this is where we place the commands that relate to the entire form. The other place we place commands is the toolbar, and the toolbar is typically above a grid or a fast tab, and this provides access to all of the commands related to this grid. The other thing I want to point out related to actions is we have this capability called Action Search. Action Search is located to the far right of the action pane, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to search for actions. Instead of actually clicking through the various tabs, you can actually search for an action that is in the action pane or the toolbar, and I'll demonstrate that later. For transactional documents, such as sales order, as I'm looking here, we have improved the way that you can switch between header and lines. Previously, you had to go to Options and change view. Now, directly on the form itself, we have a toggle that allows you to switch between header view and the lines view. Much easier than it was previously. We now have the ability to pin open the action pane. So if I navigate to all customers, and I use customers frequently, I can now choose to pin open any one of these tabs that I want to. I'm going to pin Invoicing tab. Since it's the last tab I'm on, that's the one that should open the next time I enter that. And we go to Sales Order, and if the Sales Order tab that I use most frequently is Sell, I'm going to pin that. And now watch as I go back to all customers. By default, the Invoicing tab is going to be open. If I switch it to the Sell tab, that'll be the one that opens next time. If I jump to the Sales Order tab, it'll have the Sell tab on by default. So nice capability to allow users that are using the action pane frequently to pin those open. If you want to collapse this at any time, you can collapse it and then it'll remember that state going forward. For R1, we've also improved the Action Search capability. And Action Search is this magnifying glass that you see in the action pane. And what this allows you to do is actually search for a command. So if I was to search for a command such as balance, I can type in beginning of that word and it's going to do that action. So if I click balance at this point, it'll take that action and perform that. This is patterned after the Office Tell Me capability, and this is designed to be a quick way to access any of the commands using the keyboard. And it's actually a much more efficient way to navigate the actions as opposed to using the mouse. You can use keyboard shortcuts of Alt-Q or Control-apostrophe, and if I do Alt-Q and I type in BAL and hit return, I will always know that that will get me to the customer balance. So over time you kind of learn how many characters you need to type. Using the keyboard shortcut and a few key characters, you can quickly navigate the system. So if you haven't used Action Search yet, I encourage you to do so and give it a try. I think it'll make you more efficient.